We're not doing that today. That's because that's the original hole. But luckily in 1920, the owners used dynamite. They blasted a much nicer hole for us. So we are going down these first 91 steps today. They are very steep and narrow. So if you're a little claustrophobic or if you need like a little more time, totally fine. I suggest you hang towards the back so no one's walking on your ankles on the way down. But there is a guy illustrated right there. Hangs low to the ceiling. We call him the noggin knocker for a reason, and I can tell you,
Pay
it
attention
hurts.
to that. It's true.
Please watch your heads on the way down, especially you. From then on, we will stop at a platform 65 feet below the surface. I'll wait for all of us to catch up, spit a couple more facts at you guys, and then we continue. 100 feet down a very old spiral staircase. I'll let you guys know how old it is when we get to the bottom. And then we stop 165 feet below the surface. That's where I continue the rest of the tour. If you guys saw some mighty people in helmets just now, they were on the expedition tour, and they spent the last couple hours on their hands, knees, and bellies, crawling these tight little spaces here and popping their heads up on the other side. Yep, all of them. But if you're good at reading maps, you can see that Moaning Caverns does continue to at least a depth of 410 feet. I say at least because we don't actually know where the bottom of Moaning Caverns is. Kind of just keeps on going. All right. So before we get started, like photos, splash photography, A-OK. I encourage it. It's really cool down there. Really, the only rule that we have besides being safe is try not to touch the cavern walls. You guys can touch on that 65-foot platform. I will show you where, but you'll see why it's a bad idea anywhere else in the cavern. The oils on our hands, they'll kind of wreck the walls from growing. All right, friends, do we have any last questions before we continue? Are we all psyched?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you aren't, it doesn't matter because you're following me anyway. Okay, let's get to it.
You guys want to go? No, okay. See if we fall first. Okay.
Alright, but like I said, steep and narrow with this nice little handrails for you. And then launch your head right here.
That much is happy. Yeah.
Lean back. Well, this is tight, huh?
Yeah, these are pretty scary. Modern building code.
Oh, those temperatures feel fantastic.
Oh, I love it. Alright, my friend, right here is Mr. and Mrs. Noggin Knocker. Yeah, watch your head, warn your loved ones unless you don't like them.
Alright. You got a noggin knocker here.
Thank you. Welcome down, folks. Careful with your head. Hey, you made it! Yes. That was awesome. Yeah? Yeah. Did you end up doing the last part? Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
It's good to hear.
Got such a good job here. This is cool.
I really do. Yeah, I think it's hard for me to just like leave back. There's my job. It's like, no. I try to tell people to walk down, but it's like, it's just, it's hard.
Yeah. That was fun.
Hello.
Did you do the spelunking?
Yeah.
Is it worth doing? It looks really cool.
I'm like, it was fun. It was
Awesome.
a lot of fun. Is that the Oculus? No, the Ricoh Theta 360. GoPro.
I don't know. I just bought it. I'm
Oh,
not really
okay,
techie, so I'm kind of learning about it a little bit. But it gets good videos for my boy to edit it for us.
Yeah.
Watch your heads, guys. So we got about like 25 people coming down. As soon as you're down the staircase, run around up. Yeah, got some cold water for you.
There's a hole right up here where it comes in, so that would be where you propel. It's pretty crazy.
For those of you guys just joining us, this is the fetching wall. If you want to feel where
I'm gonna go check that out. That's pretty neat.
away, it's your last chance. Yeah. I think the temperature is always the same here, so 60, 61.
Just slide down.
That's one way to go.
You guys just make this into a slide.
Kind of hard to get back up. Full setup. While we wait for everyone else, a fun little cave fact. If for some weird reason you guys are ever lost in a cave system, take a look for that popcorn ceiling up there. Kind of went out of style in the 90s. So all this bubbly stuff, it's called cave coral or cave popcorn. And it's created with low air pressure or the way that air flows into a cavern. So when you see stuff like that, you know it's indicative of an entrance or an exit. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
That's actually how they found where to put the staircase. When they saw that bubbly stuff, they knew they just get blasted with dynamite. They'd be able to make a much nicer one. Yeah, come on down, guys.
Wow.
You guys can spread out if you'd like. If you head up that way, just watch your step. Yeah.
You'll get one platform for these guys to come in.
Even better advice, just don't go into caves that you're not familiar with. Alright.
We got a little more room here for you guys to check it out. I've been here once before, so.
Buckle down, young one. You are the future. Well, we are now 65 feet below the Earth's surface. If you guys found that staircase kind of heinous, I completely understand. But like I said, your only other alternative was that original entrance, which is right up there.
No.
So if you elected to come down that way, yeah, you drop down this hole right here, you squeeze through for about 20 to 25 feet, eventually just kind of like drops off to this lip right here. That's where the original miners had tossed their ropes over and got lower to the bottom.
Oh, it's still open, like it.
It's still entirely open.
Oh, I
so.
thought they blocked it out here.
No, it just kind of floors out, but if you keep going down it, eventually it'll open out. Yeah. This one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it'll bottom out what you're looking at was the bottom there, but then it will just continue on this way. So do not recommend jumping over that. But take a look around. Lots of cool things to see at this level. Probably the most prominent formations you'll see at the 65-foot platform are all these spiky things coming down from the ceiling. Does anyone happen to know what these are called? You got a good chance, my friend. Stalactites. Yeah.
There's two of them.
Good way to remember is that stalactites hold tight to the ceiling.
Oh.
Yeah, stalagmites might grow up. You might trip over them. Yeah, come on in. That was great.
Sorry.
You're all good.
Oh, mites are from the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll see them at the bottom. Welcome back. Congratulations, guys. All right. So the biggest stalactite that we have here in Moaning Caverns, it's pretty obvious. It's actually about 50 feet away from this platform. This big boy right over here. Hanging out 14 feet and 6 inches long. It is the largest stalactite that we have in Moaning Caverns. Bad boy's been hanging up there for the past 120,000 years. So, water is the key to how Moaning Caverns is formed. Except for that first 10 feet of the staircase that was blasted open with dynamite, everything you're looking at has been naturally formed in what is called a solution cavern. So, water flows into here through the surface and through groundwater, and with it, it carries two things. That first thing is carbonic acid. Literally the same weak acid in a can of soda pop, and the same way that it rots at your teeth, is the same way that it's opened up these walls for the past 10 million years. But that second thing is a mineral called calcite, which gets picked up as it flows through all this limestone rock here. And as that water drips off the ceiling, that water evaporates, and it leaves like a little bit of that calcite mineral behind, sticking to these formations, and that way they grow little by little. unless you guys touch the walls. So right behind you, my friend, is an excellent example of the touching wall. Yeah, touch and feel all you want. This formation here has already been pretty much loved to death. So,
really do taste like strawberries.
well, don't lick it, because it's covered in 100 years of human hands. Like, that's what a healthy formation is supposed to look like. All like rough and white in texture. All that brown shiny goodness is all of this. And yeah, it gets left behind, that oil that gets naturally produced in our hands. Because oil and water don't mix, now whatever water falls in that guy, it just kind of feeds right off. That calcite mineral never sticks. And our buddy here, the headless giraffe, has now stopped growing. Sad. Alright, my friends.
So like those clothes, if you don't wash it for a while, they turn yellow, like from your body oil, kind of
the same effect. Yeah, that's where that oily stuff is from. We think that washing it probably ends up doing more damage than good. And it's also just a good example of like why we don't want to touch the rest of the caverns. It just provided a nice little lesson for us. Actually, when they first started giving tours, they would encourage people to break off stalactites and take them home with them as souvenirs. Obviously, we do not do that anymore. Okay, so we are about to continue down this next set of stairs. If for any reason any of you guys are looking over the edge and you're thinking, yikes, I do not want to spend my Sunday doing this. It's totally fine. I'm not hurt. Unfortunately, though, you guys cannot linger on this platform for an hour. It's either all the way down with me, all the way back up with my buddy here, Jasper. But guys, it's like 90 degrees outside. It is always 61 down here. I highly suggest you guys spend the next 40 minutes with me. Nice fan notes for you guys. This staircase is a lot easier to go down than that one, and I will see you all at the top. Yeah, you know, that was cool, but this is for sure. Thank you. You guys probably want to go front.
Oh, go ahead. We went first last time, so. Not at all.
Yes.
I'm running. Okay. Got an important load with you, so.
Here you go. I have one here for Abby. No, I'm here to actually.
That shaking is a little weird. A little lower flex in the nether regions.
I've seen way too many movies of this scenario.
It's a fascinating staircase. They'll tell us about at the bottom. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, one of the games. Yeah, literally. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
He's like,
Well, what's the
or do you want me to
go? Not even halfway down. Nope.
No, I just like to talk about your body. And also your spine.
Oh, that's a ladder. We'll probably have to go down to the back. That way.
Hitting a bunch of these. Yeah, it's fascinating to see this.
Actually, no, we wanted to learn. Si no fuera pedazo de pantalla, muchas veces no se soporta venir. Yo sé, no, pero no.
Oh, freaking
You think? Get you Stairmasters. I need one of these. I'm just pulling up and going to this 10 years.
I'm actually gonna check in next week. Yes. Every 3 months, I'll look at some fertilizer.
Worried about the person falling while they're
Well, that one, it does feel like around.
Cool,
When they we got firefighter works sometimes, and he's kind of lost on it. You know, he's a old one. I think he was at Yearman's.
Oh, there's a
Using ones across there. Yeah. Yeah, forget it. He's also a very amazing here. He can make it down the staircase. No, before that, I said basically it's that guy is Yep. Yeah. You guys see it right there. Yeah. So we're of course controversy things. So we're gonna do those. Yeah, don't be a different goal. You gotta like sign a waiver, you gotta look at it ahead of time. But it's incredible fun. As long as you don't have to do this. Alright guys, well everyone give yourselves a good pat on the back because you all just
More of this here in a little
down a
bit.
staircase. This is the moaning noise that would come through those holes. So the Miwa legend goes that thousands of years ago there was once a giant that lived down here. In some stories they would call him Shalomche. I've also heard stories where they call him Yayalwa. But Shalomche or Yayalwa, he would live down here in Moaning Caverns. And he would moan upwards, calling out for food or for help. Or in one story, he imitated a crying baby to attract mothers because it was women he really wanted. But whenever Shalomche got hungry, he would emerge from Moaning Caverns at night. He would go over to the tribe to snatch people, to bring them down here and eat them. The story goes on, like Shalomche's grandsons and the tribe battles. It's pretty cool. But in reality, people from that tribe, they would hear that moaning noise, because like I said, it would emanate from about 2 miles out. A lot of them would wander over, like maybe they were curious, maybe they wanted to help whoever was crying out. Obviously, the original photo you guys saw walking through the gate, it wasn't going to look like that thousands of years ago. I used to do landscaping. I know that photo would be covered in like branches and leaves and dirt and debris. You wouldn't have seen it. So many people at this tribe wandered over. Some a little too close, and unfortunately, many of them fell into their deaths. We do know this for a fact because if you were able to draw a straight line from that original entrance hole down to the cavern floor, it would land like so precisely on this mountain here. It's not exactly made of the same calcite of limestone as the rest of the caverns. It's been passed by over thousands of years, but what I am pointing at is a massive pile of bones.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Even else identifies some of the bones in the pile. They mean that we see that right there is a tumor, but I did go down there about 2 months ago, and around there I saw a dog. So that's what's in like mountains right here. But like even when they discovered the caverns, they did find several hundred other bones just kind of scattered around the base. But in the 70s, researchers from UC Berkeley made from all those bones to do carbon dating on them to see how old they were. So the oldest bone that we found in Moaning Caverns was the skull of a teenage girl of about 13,000 years ago.
cool.
We also found like an Appalachian necklace that's about 8,000 years old. And then I think the most recent remain that they found, they dated it between 500 to 800 years old. So it's like a long span of time. If you read all these early anthropology papers, they kind of have all these like crazy ideas as to why this bone pile was here. Some of them would say things like burial ritual. One of them said like human sacrifice, but like none of that's in line with how the Miwok people lived. They tend to bury their dead under rock graves, or they would cremate them.
All right. So we just got out of the tour. Thought it was pretty cool. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
What are we naming this guy?
Well, up to you.
Bob Lipschitz. I hope you love that, kids. All right. So it's about 90 degrees. We're going to pull out of here. Anything else?
Good time.
All right.
I enjoyed it.
Grab a still photo off of this so we have a picture. Here we go with the old man. We'll catch you later.